Okay, so imagine this. The FIFA World Cup, one of the most beloved global events, could soon be controlled by private companies. That's the kind of shakeup we're talking about today.
And it's not just about football, it's about politics, power, and the future of global sports. Let's get into it.
Welcome to DeActa Daily Digest. I'm Joseph.
And I'm Juniper. Here are today's top stories.
First up, the FIFA World Cup privatization plan that's causing resignations, boycott threats, and a leadership crisis. Then we'll explore how AI is revolutionizing drone threat detection. Finally, we'll dive into the growing defense partnership between Israel and Serbia. Let's start with FIFA.
This story is wild. The idea of privatizing the World Cup has sparked outrage across the football world. Senior officials are resigning, national associations are threatening to boycott, and fans are furious.
Right, and the person behind this proposal is a Trump ally, which only adds to the controversy. The plan is to sell commercial rights or transfer control of the World Cup to private entities. For many, this feels like a betrayal of what the World Cup stands for.
It's not hard to see why. The World Cup isn't just a sporting event, it's a cultural institution. People see it as something that belongs to everyone, not something that should be sold to the highest bidder.
Exactly. Critics argue that privatization would prioritize profits over the spirit of the game. They're worried it could fundamentally change how the competition is governed and who benefits from its revenues.
And it's not just fans who are upset. When you have senior FIFA officials resigning, that's a clear sign of internal turmoil. This isn't just a public relations issue, it's a full-blown leadership crisis.
The resignations are significant because they show just how divided FIFA is over this issue. And then you have national associations threatening to boycott future tournaments. That's a direct challenge to FIFA's authority.
What about the Trump connection? That seems to be a big part of why this is so polarizing.
Absolutely. The person driving this proposal has strong ties to Donald Trump, and that association is controversial. For some, it raises questions about the motives behind the plan. Is this really about improving the World Cup, or is it about consolidating power and influence?
It's fascinating how this has turned into a battle over the soul of football. On one side, you have those who see commercialization as inevitable, maybe even necessary. On the other, you have purists who want to preserve the traditions of the game.
And that's the big question. How do you balance the need for financial sustainability with the responsibility to maintain the integrity of the sport? It's a debate that's not going away anytime soon.
Well, it's definitely a story to watch. But let's move on to our second topic, AI technology being used for drone threat detection. This one feels like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It really does. Safe Pro Group recently participated in a validation exercise with Red Cat Holdings, testing AI-driven tools to detect threats using drone imagery. The results were impressive. The software quickly identified hazards, unexploded ordnance, and other potential dangers.
That's incredible. Traditionally, analyzing drone imagery has been a manual, time-consuming process. But with AI, you can process data much faster and with greater accuracy. This could be a game changer for military and public safety operations.
Exactly. SafePro's platform uses machine learning and computer vision to analyze drone imagery. It's hosted on a cloud-based system, which makes it scalable and accessible. This technology has the potential to save lives by providing faster, more reliable intelligence.
And it's not just about military applications, right? This could also be used by law enforcement, government agencies, and even humanitarian organizations. Imagine using drones to safely navigate disaster zones or identify threats in real time.
That's the vision. And what's interesting is how collaborative this effort is. Red Cat brought together multiple industry partners for this exercise, including big names like Palantir Technologies and Reveal Technology. It's a team effort to push the boundaries of what's possible.
But it also raises some important questions. Who decides how this technology is used? What safeguards are in place to prevent misuse? These are issues that need to be addressed as this technology becomes more widespread.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that with great power comes great responsibility. But speaking of power dynamics, let's move on to our final story, the growing defense partnership between Israel and Serbia. This one is flying under the radar, but it's incredibly significant.
It really is. Over the past few years, Israel and Serbia have been strengthening their ties, especially in the defense sector. This partnership has grown partly because of the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. While Israel's relations with some European countries have been strained, its relationship with Serbia has deepened.
It's a fascinating dynamic. Serbia has been supplying military materiel to Israel, including ammunition and drones. They've also signed agreements for intelligence sharing and joint production of advanced systems. It's a win-win for both countries.
For Serbia, this is about modernizing its military and diversifying its suppliers. Historically, Serbia has relied on Russia and China for arms. Partnering with Israel allows them to access cutting-edge technology while balancing their geopolitical ties.
And for Israel, it's about broadening its partnerships. Traditionally, Israel has relied heavily on the United States for defense needs, but building relationships with mid-sized states like Serbia gives them more flexibility and reduces dependence on a single ally.
There's also a strategic element to this. Serbia's geographic location makes it an attractive partner. It's a key transit route between southern and inland Europe, which could be important for initiatives like the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor.
And let's not forget the historical ties between these two nations. During World War II, Jews and Serbs were both victims of the pro-German Ustasha regime. There's a shared history of solidarity that still resonates today.
It's fascinating how history and modern geopolitics intersect. This partnership is shaping regional dynamics as well. For example, Turkey has been expanding its defense ties with Serbia's neighbors, which adds another layer of competition in the Balkans.
The Balkans have always been a geopolitical hotspot, and this is just the latest chapter. What's interesting is how mid-sized states like Serbia are navigating these complexities. They're building horizontal relationships to avoid over-reliance on great powers.
It's a smart strategy, and it reflects a broader trend in international relations. Countries are looking for ways to diversify their partnerships and reduce their vulnerabilities.
So we've covered a lot today, from the World Cup controversy to cutting-edge AI technology and evolving geopolitical alliances. These stories show how interconnected our world is.
They really do. And they remind us that change is constant, whether it's in sports, technology, or global politics. The challenge is how we adapt to it.
Well said. And with that, we'll wrap up today's episode. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Until next time.